Hello, my name is Louis Ning Chang and welcome to my channel. Let's get down to it. This video is gonna be how to draw graffiti letters with a color pencil. My friend drawing my friend's name named Ritchie. As you look over here, as I draw the lettering, every time you draw a subject or any other subject, you have to restate the drawing, meaning that you have to really lightly draw it and basically sketching it out. Okay, just to be have until you're satisfied and you actually continue to build up the final stage of the drawing. But in this case, now in terms of lettering, you could many fonts in the internet you can find, but from there, once you do actually a particular font, you have to stylize it. So that's to have a foundation of how you're gonna start doing the lettering. And I think his name is let's see, Ritchie, and that's his name. I'm using like normal lettering. I mean, even though it's stylized, but it's not wild style, so I make sure it's readable. And basically, if you look at it closely, um, I'm just sketching it out, so I'm not really going into it, but I'm building it as I go, and I might make some changes wherever time is necessary if I don't feel that the lettering is not doesn't suit my needs. So I end up probably end up some racing or whatever, but I keep it very loose. Just keep your hands kind of loose. Alright, so if you like this video, just give it a like, and then if you want, this can also let's see what else. You can share the video with your friends, and whoever is interested in drawing, you could actually show it to your friends. Okay. Another thing, if you like to make a comment, if you like to have something to say, particularly what kind of medium I'm using or what kind of paper, whatever, and have any questions, you could ask me. You just leave the comments down below. Okay. And please don't forget to subscribe. Now right now I'm building up the bottom, and you see this little dot I made is um perspective, and I'm using a 1 point perspective. And every time from you draw from, take a ruler and best as you can draw from, make a line from the corners of the lettering and also to the dot, which is the vanishing point. Okay. There are different kinds of perspective. That's like three that I know. We got 1 point perspective, 2 point perspective, and 3 point perspective. Okay. And this I did not learn this from doing graffiti, because basically that's something you learn in fine art and in fundamentals of fine art, which I've been using for years. I don't know how many graffiti artists know this, but basically, since graffiti is actually a lettering art form, it's all about the lettering. So I guess they're not gonna teach you in any arts, because something I learned when I was in school, and some of my friends already was into graffiti, so I learned from them. But then again, so I'm like, if you look at what I'm doing, I'm still using the distill the lines from the top. So as I build up the lettering, you have a thickness to it to give it like a more three-dimensional effect, and that's what I'm trying to achieve with this drawing. But still restating it, drawing lightly. Okay, and that line I cross it down in the bottom, that's how far that's gonna go. So I'm gonna build it up from there. That's gonna stop. Looking at the bottom of the lettering, and still using lightly, and the pencil I'm using is HB. There are many kinds of pencils in terms of values, light to dark, but HB pencil, that's the only one I'm using, and I will use it for my drawing. So if it's a pencil drawing, it's the wherever values I'm gonna get off that drawing, off that pencil, I'm gonna use. Now, if you notice that when I start drawing the bottom, now that's where it ends the thickness of the lettering. So it's gonna be more like a black style. In this area over here, I decide to press down. Since I'm satisfied with the drawing, I actually will press down on the pencil, and that should be the final stage of this drawing, just to just to have the lettering. I did to all the lettering, and might still make some changes. I mean, it's still possible you can make you could erase a little bit and do over again, so it hasn't, doesn't mean necessarily mean that it's not let's say the best way to say it, it's not the end. I can still make justice here and there, but I think I'm satisfied, so I'm gonna continue to draw the pencil. If you like, I do have an Etsy shop. If you want anything commissioned, I can do graffiti for you with your name on it, and you can check out my links down in the bottom. To I have my website, my Etsy store, and over here, once I'm satisfied doing a line drawing, I erase it, and you can still see the pencil lines. Okay. So at this time right now, I start using color pencil. And when you use color pencil, when you add the color, you're gonna have to add it like first light pressure. And even on the first value, everything's light pressure. And then the second layer be a little bit darker. The third layer gonna be press a little bit darker, a little harder, and then little by little, it takes time to use color pencil. Okay, so and be one particular layer is that the last layer called varnishing, and then you press hard, and that should be your final stage. Right, there could be many layers, but gradually press down the pencil and little by little press a little, add more pressure on the color pencil. The colors I'll be using be yellow ochre. Then we have, let me see, a red, and they have a vermilion, which is the orange. And these are the combinations of the colors I'm using in this drawing. And I call it amalgamous colors. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but it's like you go yellow, orange, and red, and you move on to a purple, and the rest of you based on the color wheel. So over here, I do add like pressure, and in this stage, I will actually color the whole name for these colors. And I think in terms of coloring, you have to really from the coloring, you should actually keep core balance. Probably the best way to say it. Throughout the whole color, just don't put yellow in one side, then leave it there. Add spread out the colors around the artwork, and that's something that in fine art they teach you. But then in graffiti, most likely it's all about just the art of lettering. So if you are an educational artist, you will actually know these things, and I have educated in fundamentals of fine art, of course. And then in this case over here, I'm using the colors I'm using. It's gonna be purple and magenta. So the purple is a little bit darker, and the magenta is a little bit lighter. So for the magenta, if you look into the thickness of the lettering, if you look the inside of all the lettering, it's going to be a little darker, so adding a little bit shadow into that. So now I'm beginning to add, gradually adding the shadows, the values to light to dark in this case. And then I think the best way is if I decide to color the whole thing in one value, I might lose it because the pencil lines are very light, so I might lose it. So I'm just take it letter per letter, being careful that I don't lose the shape of the lettering actually. Alright. So in this case, I still continue to color, and this is the brightening part where this got a little bit darker, but I will actually press a little bit darker. I cannot show the whole process because because actually this one took a little bit longer than the video you see, because I think I'm using this kind of website Canva, and only allow me to at least 30 minutes, and past that, it's gonna tell me to go for the pro, and I really don't feel like paying for it right now. But for now, I just have to break it down. So in this color right here, I see it got spring green. and I'm adding the outside layer, and this the darker green most likely is a grass green. Okay, and this process, when I added the spring green, I didn't go layer upon layer. I just lightly, color it. Didn't need to go there because I get this effect kind of like very light. You can still see the paper still in it. As you know that the tooth of the paper actually is not gonna be as solid. I press down a little bit with grass green, and it's not important in this stage because it's very very loosely. You don't really have to concentrate like when I did the lettering, which I varnished the lettering for sure. And you see that I try to, in every corner, try to develop some kind of technique like the dark. You see the little bubbles, these little different design elements. Maybe a little bit splashing. And over here, I did like a scribbling technique there. So, I think what I do sometimes, I have different ways of adding design elements into it. I don't add the same design element throughout the whole lettering. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And then over here I still add a little bit of lightness to the top there. And then I did this little design there. So you notice that the grass green has different design elements. I got the scribbling, I got the little bubbles. I just want to just be creative and just do whatever, But then feel free to experiment. And then over here, I did little bubbles over here, free-handed. I do use a template there. I do have ovals, and I think I'm gonna do it. You're gonna see it later on in the drawing. And I actually thicken it out a little bit. So do what you will, Just and then, like I said before, add the green sparingly around the drawing. And over here, add some more green over here. I think I know I like to add a little bit more to my Etsy shop, and I do have sports art, and I do also have figurative art, which is Art Nouveau. And if you look at the rest of my channel, I don't only have graffiti, but I do have other subjects that I sell in my Etsy shop. I got landscapes, I have sports, still lifes. I do have portraits, but I have most of my websites. You should check that out also. And also have a TikTok account, also Instagram. So everyone, all the information down in the description box below. Hopefully you could follow me in those social media. Okay. So almost done with this screen here. I'm gonna move on to the see black outline. And when I do black outlines, first actually you notice over here that I outline the drawing. Okay. And once I finish the outline of the drawing, it's best to go thick to thin. So right now you just see me just drawing this, just to outline the drawing, but I do thicken up the line, so you're going to see when I'm finished with the drawing. Okay. So I add other elements along the way. I guess I'm gonna add some music, and I guess I'm gonna be quiet a little bit and add some music later. Matter of fact, right now, just to finish. When I finish drawing this, I'm gonna have other things to say before I end this video. So this is the drawing, Ritchie. If you like this drawing, please like, share it, make a comment in my video, and subscribe to my channel. My name is Louis Linton. Thank you for watching.